What's up, you guys? Kid Callan here with a very special announcement. If you don't know who I am, my name's Kid Callan, obviously. I'm actually I guess you could say, yeah, I'm the creator of Faction Studios, and currently it's just me, not including the people who are voice acting the characters for the characters in the series that I'm doing right now, which is Destiny Hunters. If you haven't checked it out, make sure that info button, it's on this side. Why am I pointing on this side? Whatever. Hit the info button to check out the first episode, see if you're interested. This video, though, is more so of a casting call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pull up the characters, let you guys see. I hope I'm not getting copywritten. I just thought about that. Yeah, I work at First Watch, by the way. But anyways, that's not important. What's important is these characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the characters and, kind of give a bit of a background. Not too much, because that'd be, like, spoilerish for people who are watching the series and not, like, being in it. Plus, I don't really... The way I want this to work, which is why I'm kind of glad I decided to go with an animated series, is even the actors don't know fully what's going on. They know what's happening in their part of the episode, but as for the rest of the episode, it's a surprise for them, which I think is kind of cool and dynamic because, when they find out things that are going to end up happening later on in the season, it's going to be like, whoa, what the heck? But, yeah, this is actually my first animated series, and, I'm actually really excited. So, casting call. I needed more people to do voices for some of these characters. I think there's 1, 2, 3... 4. I think I need maybe 5 or 6 more voices. 2 of which aren't really going to be like major roles. They're just going to be kind of like those end credit scene roles. But later on in the season, because I do plan on doing like 2 seasons of this, maybe a third. I don't know. It depends on how it goes. But I do plan on using them more towards the end of the series. Instead of like, just because their story, like their contributions to the stories don't really take effect until the last section of the series. So, without further ado, the first character. Alright, first up we have Cade. Cade is a acolyte in training. He's actually one of Uldir's pupils, I guess, students, I guess you could call them. So is one of the other characters I'm going to show you. There are 2 of them that are kind of like Uldir's like pupils. Like he takes pride in teaching these 2. But he's one of them. He's a younger character. I'd say 15. I don't know if we go by age. So I'd need like a younger voice type thing. He does a lot of magic. He's a mage. Obviously, that's what an acolyte is. But he's a mage in training, but he's a special type of mage. He is a dragon mage. Now, dragon mages, I can't tell you the rest because it's plot line. It's plot line. But yeah. So I would need a voice for him. I would need like a younger voice, kind of like a young, naive type of voice, which is that's what I'm going for with this character. So yeah, that's Cade. The next character, which you guys have actually seen before, is Aluin. Why is it so zoomed out? So yeah, you guys have seen him. He was in the first episode briefly. He's an elf, so I would need an elf, someone who can do an elf voice. I could probably do this voice myself. I have done a little bit of it. But just because I have a character that that is my main character, for me to do voices for, I'd rather have someone else do this voice because I don't want it to sound like I'm doing 2 voices. So, yeah, he's an elf. He is the other pupil to Uldir, but he left to go and live with other elves. So yeah, he's around the same age as Ronan actually. And Ronan is in his late teens. So yeah, most of the main characters are young. Only because I don't really know why. I don't know. But it's kind of set in a time where like age really isn't a thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Aluin. Also, his nickname is Lou. Because I'm pretty sure most people would not be able to pronounce Aluin. So, yeah, that's Aluin. If you're interested, hit me up in the comments below. If you're interested in any of these voices, let me know in the comments below. I'm just doing this as like, a description of each character to see, if you would be interested, whoever comes across this video. So yeah. Alright, next character. Alright, so this is Peter. Peter is a kind of like freelancer mercenary. He travels with Zira, which I'm going to show you guys next. They're not brother and sister, but they act like it. I don't know. They're related, but they're not related. They're just really close, honestly. But he carries this katana, this really cool katana, which is forged from a dragon's fang. He got it as a kind of keepsake from his uncle. So yeah, that's a thing. Which it doesn't really come into play later in the story, but he kind of finds out what happens to his uncle further in the story, which I hope is not spoilers for any plot lines that could possibly happen. But he's around the same age as Ronan as well. Relatively young, 18, 19-ish, in that late teens age. But he's a really curious character. Between him and Zira, like, they kind of balance each other out. He's really curious and kind of like outgoing, and she's more of a cautious type. But they actually pop up in episode 2, so hopefully I can get voices for them before I start animating, because I kind of need voices for these two characters, or else I'm gonna have to like cut that part out and put it in the next episode. Yeah, no, pretty young character. He has kind of a heroic type of voice. If you ever like hear those like heroic voices or whatever, that's the voice he's got. I don't know if I'm even doing this right, but cool character. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't want to play a character with a sword like that? I'm just saying. Wish I could, but I got to play someone else. No, I'm kidding. I could if I wanted to, but my character's name is actually Callan, so I guess, yeah, I'm playing myself in the animated series, which is just weird. Anyways, so the next character is... Alright, so this is Zira. It looks like her skin got kind of messed up. I don't know, I might have to redo it. But, this is Zira. She is Peter's sister, as it were. Yeah, I gotta fix her skin, though, because this is really weird. Like, everything's off by, like, that much. But, she is actually older. So, in terms of age, she'd probably be 22. I don't know. But yeah, she's older of the two. She's more cautious, more level-headed in tough situations, unlike Peter, who is a little bit more quick to kind of jump to assumptions and such. But she's pretty calm, pretty mellow character. Mellows out his sporadicness and stuff. Don't mind the skin, because it's bothering me, though. But, yeah, so that's Zira. Pretty simple descriptions, honestly. She's just like a really simple, mellow character. She does have a really cool staff, but I didn't put it in here, because I don't have this model for it done yet. So, yeah. I'm going to try to make a model myself for the staff, because it's a specific way I want it to look. But I might just use one that I found. Also, I forgot to do this in the last video, but I want to give a huge thank you to... Crap, I forgot the page name. Banana Miner 25, that guy. If you go check out his YouTube channel, I'll put it in the info card and in the description. All of his models, I've actually been using the models that he's made, because they fit the theme of the story that I'm going with. Actually, most of the models that he did for the weapons are models from a server called Hypixel. If you play Minecraft, you probably know what Hypixel is. But the Warlord server, he made models that are kind of like similar to those, which I've been using for this series. So big shout out to him. Thank you for making those. I mean, they weren't specifically for me, but he made them and made them like free to use. So just gonna throw that out there. If you guys are interested in doing an animation and you need like weapon assets or whatever, he has some pretty good ones over on his channel. They all have download links. They're pretty cool looking. But yeah. So the next character that I'm gonna show you guys is Oldir. He's the Arc. Alright, so this is Odzir the Arc Arch Dragon Mage of Cyteria. He's kind of like the go-to guy when it comes to like ancient artifacts and stuff. A lot of people don't even know he exists though. He's one of like Council of Elders. So he's the Dragon Mage. There's one for basically every mythical creature, or every main mythical creature, and I have 5 of them because let me just get that out of the way. Not every one of them, just the main 5. So there's a Serpent Mage, Dragon Mage, Phoenix Mage, Griffin Mage, and a forgot what the 5th one was. It'll come to me. But yeah, so there's 5 of them. This is Uldir. Another one's name is Odzier. Those are the only 2 whose names are similar. But anyways, you'll meet him later on, like probably next season. But this is Uldir. He's an old man, so I'd need an old man voice for this character. Pretty serious dude, like he does not joke around like at all. So yeah, really serious. Kind of like he's like, imagine Dumbledore. He has a voice like Dumbledore, but not as light. It's like a deep Dumbledore, not like a Harry Potter. It's not like that. It's like a more of a deeper voice, but kind of like that. He talks like Dumbledore does. Alright, so the next character. Alright, so this is Captain Farless, leader of the Red Imperials, kind of. He's like the high like knight of the Red Imperials. So he's gonna be really prominent in season 1 of this series. But yeah, he carried that sword is actually specially forged for him. So other Red Imperial characters are gonna have like normal Minecraft weapons. His is obviously gonna be this, but he is he's middle-aged, 20, 30. He's in his 30s. I'd say he's in his 30s. But he has a normal adult voice. He's personality-wise, I would say he's probably like a very he's really serious when it comes to like Starcallers and all that stuff. You'll find out what's going on with that later on in the series, but he's just like a really serious character. He looks down on like everyone. Like he's just like, if you're not a Red Imperial, you're beneath him, like completely. That's it. That's all there is with him. If you're not a Red Imperial, you're beneath him. So yeah, he's kind of a jerk, honestly. He's a real butt. But yeah, so that's him. I think that's the only other, I think that's the last character. Can't think of any other ones. Let's see. We went through Peter, Zira, Captain Farless, Uldir, and Aluin. Yeah, those 5. That's it. Those are the only ones. Of course, there's going to be side characters. So if you want to do like a one-time thing, then for sure I'll definitely have side characters that I do for like specific episodes. Like the episode 1, those 2 elves that were with Lou are actually in episode 2 briefly. So yeah, they'll be back. But these are the main characters that I need voices for throughout the series. If you're interested, please do comment below. I really do need these people voiced. And if you enjoy the episode, make sure to hit that like button, share it with people, share this with people so that, if anyone else is interested, they can contact me about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you're all having a great day. Goodbye.